pay attention to Elaina and her podcast. Never leak it and show it. Gotta pull your own weight if you reap it, you sow it. Yeah, gotta plant it and grow it. Drop that artificial food, come to eat with it.
So, we are going to get in today's topic, which I am so excited to discuss with you guys today because this topic was one that I actually kind of piggybacked off of, but it's a very real topic and it's one that I know needs to be discussed. All right, so today we're going to talk about dating outside of your race. How about that? How y'all feeling? You feeling? How you feeling? If you're feeling some type of way, I need you to subscribe, hit the like, give me your comments, say what you need to say. I'm listening. I wanna vibe with you. So this topic was one that I saw the importance of when I watched a Kevin Samuels episode on YouTube about Gabby Sidibe and her engagement to a white man. It don't matter if you're black or He mainly wanted to address the black women who had so much to say in reference to her dating outside, which he referred to as dating out. Okay? He was saying how the black women congratulate her because of the black man who lacks in ways, obviously enough for women to deem dating outside to be a winning thing, right? Then, on the other side of that, he wanted to address also that he felt some type of way because the black woman criticized the black man when he dates out. Interesting. Chimes in, guys. All right. Basically, making the black woman a hypocrite. All right. So here's the thing. We are all hypocrites, men and women. Let's just get that out the way, just in general. And for as much as we won't admit it openly, we are. All right. Now, I'm not going to have much experience talk when it comes to dating outside my race. Call me boring. But I spoke about this in my second show with my guest, El Michelle. If you guys can remember that episode.
Do you know I've never dated outside of my race?
Step outside that bit.
I always felt like a non-black male would be different in taste, touch, and connection. Although I have seen some, let's just call them coffee creamer men that I have almost said, dang, out loud to. Now that's just the beauty of a man and the way that God naturally made a woman to be attracted to them. Okay? Let's just be honest. All right? Okay, so is it true that it's better to date a coffee creamer man as a black woman? I need your feedback. Please chime in and let me know what you think. For my ladies who know especially, okay? I'm talking to especially you. Now, I'm not talking about if you dated him like 2 dates and then you never saw him again or you had a conversation with a coffee creamer over the phone and you felt different. No, okay? I'm talking about a real experience dating outside your race. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Because it was just sitting there. And then the ice was melting and stuff. So, you know. Woo! Yeah. All right. So one of the things that I love the most about Kevin Samuels' show is that he is very direct. See, I'm transparent. But I don't feel like I'm as direct as him. I still put sugar on it because I care if I offend people. He doesn't care who he offends. He just says whatever he feels. And I love that he understands his freedom. But to a point, right? To a point, I want to give my opinion on why I feel like black women may think it's better to date outside. I think we're just not able to humble ourselves completely, you know, to the authority of a black man for several reasons that may tie into some unresolved trust issues. But moreover, I think we as black women just have a problem with authority switch somewhere inside of our DNA, and it just comes on whenever someone is trying to tell us something that doesn't sit right with us. Right. For real. And I also know that I can't have a man who is weak either, you know? So, and I know there's some sisters out there who can agree with me on that. Now, does that make us crazy for not wanting someone who will tell us what to do, but not wanting someone who won't? I mean, it is what it is, right? But we as women have got to work on that. I'm laughing and everything, you know, but I'm going to raise my hand and say, we as women do have to work on that, because there must be a balance. And we know this, like anything in life, we must find balance for the choosing of our mate. And we need help with knowing how to be a woman to him, for him to bring out the best version of him going forward and into the future. Because isn't that what it's all about, guys? Right? You are not who you are going to be. Is that not right? We change over time. So if we must evolve individually as we age, are we not to evolve one another as we evolve? Well, I say yes. Okay. Now that's my bag of opinions. But it gets so deep. Are your wants his wants? Are his wants your wants? You know, are you choosing his future for him based on your choices and his choice to be with you? Or are you contributing to his future based on your understanding of the self journey? Okay. All right. These things are important, y'all, but this is not the mentality of today's culture. So the culture is influencing women and younger women to get his money and buy what you want, then get your own bag, but especially get his bag. Do not respect him. Just give him some, what they call it, wet. I had to laugh. I really had to laugh, y'all, because I didn't want to say it, but I had to make myself say it, because that's what they saying. That's what they call it. They call it wet. Okay. And go shopping. Get his bag and go shopping. Where is this going to end up? If this is what it is now, will marriage be a trending topic for all the right reasons? Will marriages last without being taught the right way to be with each other? I'm just asking. That's a question. Like, how? I don't know. Will black women begin to think more that the treatment is better with men outside of their race? And we just have a world of single black men and single black women with babies all over the place. I mean, let's just keep it real. We may not stay together. Oh, but we gonna be together, if you know what I mean. Yeah, no. All right. So what I'm saying is, I want to talk about this, guys. Like, we be all over the place sometimes. I'm just being real with my people. You know, this is for everybody, but, you know, especially for my people. So I'm going to discuss dating outside the race with some amazing men that I have in the building with me today. And I cannot wait to sit down and eat with them. They are going to tell you who they are, what they have going on, and then we're going to get into our questions portion where we tap in and break it down, and they share with you some things that can be useful and helpful to some or all that are watching. So stay tuned. Right after this, we coming back. Eat with the poet.
Gotta plant it and grow it. Drop that artificial food. Come and eat with a poet.
You guys, do not forget to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe and like and follow me. I need your comments. I need you to give me your testimonies. I need to talk to you. I want to connect with you. We are staying together on this journey. You understand?
Plant it and grow it. Drop that artificial food. Come and eat with a poet.
And we are back. And we are in the building with my guests. And y'all, I'm on go right now, like real go. Not from the Bob Marley, but I'm super high because I have some amazing men that I am sitting in between right now, okay? Just call me a sandwich. Call me ham. Call me ham, okay? Trust me. So real quick, what I'm getting ready to do, they jokesters too, y'all. It's going to be hard for me not to laugh. So please, just bear with us as we get through this session. So real quick, I'm going to start off on my right-hand side with this amazing man. I need you to tell these people who you are and where they can find you and what you got going on. This is the amazing Moses Washington. Talk to these people.
Hey, I'm Moses Washington, Moses David Washington, for those who know me.
David.
You can follow me on Instagram at I am Moses Washington, and also on Instagram, also on Instagram, Mowash Productions. So I have two Instagram, my personal Instagram and my business Instagram. What I got going on? Surviving COVID-19.
Right.
Sitting at home.
Correct.
Working on production. But I got the livest dating show on the internet. So y'all make sure y'all tune in every Wednesday.
You need to make sure we get that information so we can put that in the
definitely.
credits.
And I got my talk show, The Hard Truth.
Okay.
So people call in about relationship advice and I give them the hard truth. Not the Adrian truth. The hard truth.
Look, he being funny, y'all. No, this is good. We need to know this, guys. So we're going to make sure you get everything that you need to get about this king right here on the right of me. Now, I mean, is there more? Is there more gifts in the bag?
I'm a playwright, but we on hold. We about to go back to Atlanta, but we can't do nothing right now until the world open up.
Okay. He is a playwright, y'all. He is. That's how I know him. And he's doing amazing things here in South Florida. And I got two to the left of me. You understand? I got some bread and a side dish. And it's going to make for a complete full meal. And so on the left of me is the amazing. And when I say amazing, amazing. Right? Got to say it twice. Adrian. I still call him Love Book Carter. All right, but he is Adrian N. Carter, and he is a man of many hats. So I'm going to back off, and he going to tell you who he is, where you can find him, and what he has going on.
How you doing? Thank you for having me on with you. This is amazing. Great to be amongst these prestigious men.
Thank you.
And when I said that, I meant the one to my left. My name is Adrian Carter. I am a conflict resolution practitioner, leadership development trainer. I've been doing that line of work for 20 years. I'm also the author of the 5-star top-selling amazing book, Let's Get Married and Do Everything Except Make It Last, which is available on Amazon.
What's the name of that book again?
Let's Get Married and Do Everything Except Make It Last, a heart-to-heart with men on loving and leading.
Oh.
And the book is available on Amazon, everywhere that books are sold. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, all at Adrian Carter Speaks. And you could also catch me on Clubhouse, running and moderating rooms there as well as Dr. Carter Speaks.
Okay, I love it.
Also, Elaina, this brother is an amazing engineer.
Yeah, I heard.
Y'all was you weren't gonna let me tell him. Keena was gonna tell him. But I'm gonna tell you something. That's what I love. When we got people sitting around each other who love what each other do and we support one another and we just can't even wait to burst out with what they have going on. But yes, Adrian is an amazing producer, engineer.
Yes.
He is full of gifts. But I always say black people got 30 talents apiece, you know?
That's real. Yeah, so I've had the great honor of doing Elaina's spoken word album as an audio engineer, mixing and mastering.
Twice. My first and my second album.
And also Keenan's work, which is more like a secret project because y'all should know about it because it's going places that y'all are not supposed to be told publicly until that happens with these big labels. So that's what's up, man. I'm honored to have
hold on. You said Keenan, right? But I needed to introduce him a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? Because he is Keenan. And he also has a girl that he goes with everywhere. She goes with him. I'll let you tell him who she is, but her name is Kay. And I call him I think he belongs to me. I put my dibs on him, but then I'll let him tell you why. But please, to the left of me, this amazing king, please tell them who you are, where they can find you, and what you have going on.
Definitely. So first of all, I just want to say thank you for having me amongst yourself, a great poet, and these amazing gentlemen that are sitting at the table with us, Mr. Mo Wash and Mr. Adrian, author, movie producer, film, and man, it's amazing just to be sitting here amongst you
You
guys.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's dope. So if you the ham, right?
If
And the
I'm
ham is sitting in the middle, that means I'm the top piece of bread right here. So I'm sitting at the top. I'm the top piece of bread. You know?
He needed to say that.
Yeah.
He needed to. He thought about that. And when his turn came, he was going to be like, you know what? Since she said she was the ham, I'm going to be like on the top bread because I got to find a way to be like, not the side
I always
dish.
throw off the bottom bread, though, whenever I eat sandwiches. So, it's too much bread. I throw the bottom bread off.
Or tear the corners off. You got to tear the corners off.
Speaking of Adrian's book, I was one of the first people to purchase his book.
Oh, were you?
Yes.
Yeah,
What time for that?
he's
What time for the
I never got it.
But he never got it.
never
He went to
received
the
it?
I never got it.
So yes, I do have the book too, and it
I never got
is an amazing book. So I am Keenan, Keenan Experience. You can find me on Instagram,
Give me some more
Facebook
plates, boo boo.
as the Keenan Experience. I am a musician, a saxophonist. I've been playing for a team number of years.
How many years? Don't be
a lot of years. It's been a long time. And I would be shortcoming and wrong if I didn't mention my partner, Kay, who she talked about.
I
That's
love
my girl.
her.
She's my saxophonist. She's that bad, so I had to give her a name.
Yes. My baby said she that bad.
Yeah. So that's me.
So that's why I put dibs on Keenan, you guys, because you know I am a professional poet, and I like to take him with me when I'm going places because he just makes for an amazing performance. And so I like to call him mine. That he belongs to me. All right. And that's it. So that's who I'm in the building with, y'all. Y'all see my guests. They like digging in or whatever. And that's what time it is. It's time to eat. We was having some real like interesting and fun conversation actually off camera. And these men are a riot. So if you can imagine me being the one girl here, I like to refer to myself as a girl because it keeps me feeling young, you know? And it makes me feel young to be around so many amazing men. So I think it's a real cool thing. I'm going to dig in your heads and your brains and kind of get some information from you guys. Of course, I have some questions for you. But I have some guys at the table, of course, because we were talking about dating and stuff like that. I know Adrian is divorced, right? You're divorced. Keenan, are you divorced?
Yes.
And you're divorced or single or married?
I've never been married.
So I have a non-married man, a divorced man, and another divorced man at the table. And it's interesting how Adrian is divorced and he is a relationship expert, pretty much. And why I want to talk to Adrian is because he has so much experience that he can share. Because I feel like you can't really help somebody unless you've been through some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Unless you know what it's like. You know what I'm saying? To go through something, come out of it.
Right, that part.
You know, come out of it. And be able to take that experience and turn it into substance. You know? That's what life is about, you know, living and the learning part. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest part. But, and I want to talk to you a little bit more about that. But to my single man, are you looking to date? Are you dating? Are you looking to be in a relationship? How do you look at like women when it comes to choosing a mate, or how does that look to you? What is your mindset right now?
I mean, you look for somebody to build with, you know, that can provide resources to your life and you can provide resources to their life. You know what I mean? A lot of times, a lot of men date women that don't provide anything else for them. You know, and we be looking for some women to expand us, not us only expand them. And I'm not talking about financially. I'm just talking about connections. I'm talking about ideas. I'm talking about visions. I'm talking about connecting with us to help us move forward with what we're trying to do. It's very important, you know. And to be honest with it, and to understand where we at, what we're trying to do, and know how to compliment our lifestyle.
And you haven't run into anything like that in your lifetime?
I mean, you do, but you don't like those types. So you look for somebody.
You mean like you don't like them physically? Like what they offer doesn't match with your type?
Some of them may have a great personality, but they're not as attracting. Some of them are attracting, but don't have the personality. And you're trying to find an in-between balance. And some of them you just messed up, you know.
Okay, you weren't ready at the time.
Yeah, so.
And it kind of messed up. I get that. What's your experience been like, Keenan, since you've been divorced? How has life been treating you as a single man now, actually, pretty much?
Well, I kind of have to say that I'm in like a catch-22. So a lot of women, because of what I do, think that I'm in a relationship. And it's just no way that I'm not in a relationship because of what I do and how they see me perform. So I find myself...
I mean, like, it's no way that it's not somebody that you messing with. You got to be talking to somebody. You got to be dealing with somebody.
Exactly. So
and it's not that way, huh?
And it's not that way. So I run into the issue of them not believing me, and I'm telling a lie and I'm not telling the truth. So it puts me in a difficult position,
right?
When I try to be real honest, because of the divorce and what I've went through,
right?
And you know, I have to be honest. I created some pain there, and I made a promise to myself that the next woman that I came across that I wanted to get into a relationship with, I wouldn't cause that type of pain anymore.
Okay, so you kind of pretty much had an opportunity to be without now and say, this is my mentality now going forward. I know what to do differently now.
Exactly.
Adrian, you and I are friends. So I know that you, after a divorce, and even, I don't know, even if now, maybe you can tell me or tell people, if you don't mind being transparent, you haven't been ready to be in a relationship. Haven't been ready to, like, completely go back down that road. Have you found, I mean, what is it that, have you found in yourself that you know exactly what you're looking for now? Or with everything that you're learning from everything you've, you know, pretty much researched and the experience you gained from that, have you decided that, you know, you're still trying to put together what you feel like will be the perfect person for you? And I just say put together because I think you kind of already know what you want at this point, you know?
Yeah, I've learned so much to arrive to where I am, and as you said, both, whether it's from school, personal experience, I've made everything work for my good. I do know what I want, much better than I ever have before, because one of the main things that I've learned to do is to focus on what's going to work for me, not necessarily trying to change who I am as a man in order to work for her. So I've learned how to place people properly in my life, right? Because a lot of times when we incur an initial meeting of someone, it might be because, like, you have a level of attraction to the person, like, and I don't think anything's wrong with that, right? You know, people are attracted to people,
right? And
so that's the magnetic part of it. But I've learned you got to place people in their proper place in your life, because what happens is that person may be a better business connection than they are a romantic connection, right? That person may be better as just someone to hang out with, or, you know, or they may offer you something, but it may not necessarily be for the romantic space. So I've been very focused on making sure that, okay, when people come into my life, where do I place you? Because everybody that comes in for, even if there's a romantic interest, doesn't mean that's necessarily what we're here for.
But so now your mentality doesn't necessarily mean that you're not willing to compromise if you do decide to be in a relationship with a woman for certain things that you know fit her personality. And I just mean, like, because I struggle with that type of situation in the past where It's like, okay, you are who you are. I am who I am. But at the same time, I know that if you were a certain way with me, that it would make me a certain way with you. Right. So it's like, if you talk to me a certain way, it's going to bring a certain feeling out of me as a woman that's going to make me either reject or, pull you in more of that intimate type of love that men really only want in the, you know what I'm saying, in the first place.
Right.
So it's just like, how do you find balance with that, especially being the type of man who's saying, hey, I know what I want. I know who I am.
Yeah. So when I talk about that, I'm looking at things at like a high level, meaning, do we share the same interest? Like this may sound simple, but do we laugh at the same jokes? Right. Because like, ain't nothing like me finding something funny and you looking at me stupid, like, and then you gonna be like, you thought that was funny,
right?
And I'm gonna be like, hell yeah, that was funny.
Correct.
You think that was funny? I'm be like looking at you like, what's wrong with you? Like, like Moses was supposed to spell that word and he couldn't, and that was hilarious. Right. I had to bring him in here. So
I don't know. I was trying to behave.
He was trying to behave. He hungry. Don't worry. I think he feel his stomach. He gonna come for me. So
we gonna throw shots back and forth. He said.
So, but seriously though, like, so I'm looking at, does the person have the same principles about life that I do? Right? Mm-hmm. Do we find the same things funny? And I'm not talking. Do we see things relatively politically the same? Do they know how to communicate and have a conversation with me where we understand that we can have a disagreement, but we're actually learning from each other?
It's just a disagreement. It's not an argument.
Right. Mm-hmm. Like even if I'm like, hey,
but do they know how to argue and disagree? Because people can get outraged when they're upset.
But I'm saying so.
Like, oh no, why are you taking
when I talk about that,
though, that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that those are the type of things that I'm talking about, and most importantly, does who they are and what they do fit into my life? Mm-hmm. Right? And does what I do fit into their life? Right. Because if it doesn't, then I was just talking to someone today, and I mentioned to him, like, one of the things I've learned is, call it what it is. Like, if I like to spend quality time together, and she has a job that she works overnight, or she's traveling a lot, that's not going to work for me. Mm-hmm. Right? Now, she may be the bomb.com in everything else, but if I know that's going to be a strain for me and that doesn't gel in my life, then don't do it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because then it's going to be a strain in the long run. So it's those type of things that, that I've learned to know who I am, where I want to go, and who I think fits best in that space.
And the funny thing that you say about that is a lot of those things can be discovered at the beginning.
In the very beginning.
Before you get too involved with the person.
Right.
Yeah.
And create this bond. And then later on, there's some type of division because of it,
But that comes from lack of communication from the very beginning. People not being 100% honest with one another and going into things, really, for lack of better words, what I like to call it is a high school mentality. It's kind of like a way of, trying to be cool, seem cool, keep all these surface characteristics going, when you meet somebody so that they like you. Mm-hmm. Even if you don't like them 100% like that, we all just want to be liked. And I found that with men. It's interesting because men will get haircuts and wash their car and get all dressed up and do all these things. Not just for one particular woman, but just for any woman in general. You know what I'm saying? In the world, because they're getting ready to go out there into the world. And it's like knowing that they have this mentality that they ain't really trying to be with nobody and, or be with who they meet tonight. Or let me just ask. Let me back that up.
Okay.
Let me back that up.
I see where you were going. Do
you all get dressed up and go out looking for the one?
No.
Okay. On a regular night, like to just go hang out and hoping I find the one?
Right.
Nah.
So you just going out for fun.
See, that was going back to what I wanted
that sounds crazy.
To talk about.
Okay.
A lot of times, we're dating but we're looking for something else, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But we don't never get into something knowing that this is not what I want to get into. So when we meet a girl, we just vibe, you know what I'm saying? And we just kind of create the energy. And then sometimes it'd be sexual. And then we get into a sexual relationship with them. And then before we know it, we have this rhythm going on when they never even met our criteria. Mm-hmm. So we in a whole situation.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So
because you can control your feelings, but you can't control hers.
But we just out here just living, you know? Mm-hmm. Now, if men start saying, hey, I'm not going to even indulge if they don't even meet my expectation on the phone or the first 2 weeks without trying to get sexual, then we will have a different direction and outcomes. And women too. But we just vibe. We just vibe, like, and we see what is going to happen. But like Adrian said, we have to make sure that we have our criteria, our checkpoints. Mm-hmm. But we're not dating to be in a relationship. We just kind of seeing what's out there. Yeah, we just easy going.
But, which is cool. But when you're dating just to vibe and to like see how it goes, and I get that, you know, time can do anything. You know what I'm saying? Because you never really know, you know, sometimes, I mean, or just being human in general, emotions are going to come, whether they the kind that she's starting to get on your nerves and you need to find a way to cut this, or the type that's like, dang, this creeping up on me. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even realize it like that, you know, until one particular day she came through and maybe she was walking away and he was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm feeling her like more than you had acknowledged until that one particular time. So I get how those things happen. Make sure you check us out for part 2 of this episode, Eat with a Poet.
I need everybody to tap in. Cool people. Eat with a poet. Subscribe. Never leak it or show it. Gotta pull your own weight. If you reap it, you sow it. Come eat with a poet. Gotta plant it and grow it. Drop that artificial food. Come and eat with a poet. Kicking words with the poets, I get lyrical. Physical is great, my journey now is spiritual. Peace to the queens in the nation and foreign. I would like to introduce you to Elaina the poet. Stayed down in the jungle like some bare feet. Now when we toast, ace of spade, no more bare feet. Poking beans, Dane County, yeah, I'm still hood. Spread love, feed the homeless cause it feels good. Now pay attention, this is knowledge of wealth. Throw the school books away, this is knowledge of self. Quiet is kept, listen, this the Revolution broadcast. Now pay attention to Elaina and her podcast. Never leak it and show it. Gotta pull your own weight if you reap it.